Yo, what's up, homie? It's been a little bit of time. Not entirely sure how long it's been, but either way, that doesn't matter right now. But what does matter is that I found a new subreddit. I found a new one. I've learned also not to be super close to my mic, so who's ever saying something in the comments, appreciate it. If not, thanks for not bullying me. But the one I found, which I mean, it's not that surprising because it has like 29,000 members. It's mixed race. And as someone who is mixed race, I finally have something that I can vent all of my frustration with. So, without further ado, let's jump right into. Okay, let's just jump into it. All right, first one from the lovely person, user DJ_Wolfie. Does anyone else feel like they don't belong anywhere? Includes photos of me as example of race. If that's not okay, oh, it's locked. It's a locked post. That's fun. No comments, but I mean, it's fine with me. It's all the comments I need. I am the comment. Alright, okay, so I'm black, Mexican, and some white. Male. Female guardian is black, white. Male, non-present, is black and Mexican. But was an immigrant from Mexico, and I grew up Southside Chicago now, even though we have a lot growing up, we are moving up. We're not as poor as we used to be, and my English is getting better, but because I straightened my hair, I look more Mexican than I do black, and all of a sudden to other people, I'm not black anymore. Listen. I cannot express to you the amount of times before I got my dreads. I had braids, all kinds of different ways of braids. I've had a box, I've had a high top, I've had a low top, I've had fades, I've went straight bald a few times. Well, once when I worked at Panera, because I wanted to reset all my hair, and I was really depressed. So I just said screw it, and I shaved my entire head and all my beard and everything. And so all of this is from that incident of living in a horrible hoarding house. That was not a fun living situation. Horrible person, horrible life choices. Eventually, hopefully, they choose something better. You know, at some point, things get easy, alright? But that's besides the point. But straightening your hair, that second, they're gone. But the second a black woman does it, she's a queen. She's a baddie. But since you're a dude, you're not a nigga. You ain't a real nigga. Because what you straightening your hair for, nigga? You some pussy or something? Yeah, they think that shit. They think that. Screw them. I too many tangents. Sorry, too early. All right, back to it though. I've already lost my spot. Oh man, like I have curly wavy hair, about 2C. Understandable. That makes sense why it was so easy for you. If I straighten my hair, I look Colombian or Puerto Rican. It's kind of funny. About 2C, but it can vary from small circles to big circles, if that makes sense. And my female guardian has 3B hair. Excuse me. Wow, really? That's definitely a transition. My brother's 3A. Full swing here. 3A hair, and when I straighten mine, I just don't look black. But when I go back to taking care of my curls, I look less Mexican. Like, not just about my hair, but I'm saying like certain traits. I get you. Don't worry. Like, not only my hair, but my skin tone, like my first language. Like, I'm not really accepted in the Mexican community because I'm not fluent with Spanish, even though it's my first language. Yes, it's stupid. It's a really, really, really annoying, believe it or not, dear friend, wherever you are. If you see this, hi, we should hang out. Just letting you know, there is a lot of racism in the Mexican community, Latino community, due to if I remember, it's very looked down upon for some people to be Afro-Latino. It's very looked down on. Trust me. It's not. I have some cousins and some friends from growing up that experienced some really, really bad. I also grew up in not the best neighborhood, so it's not the well. Considering the fact that you're from Chicago, so you know. But yeah, don't worry. You can't choose your blood, but you can choose your friends and the people you have around you during your journey in life. Just remember that, friend. You don't have to worry about anything else. Yeah, you can't choose your blood relatives, but you can choose your family and your friends. Just because you're blood doesn't mean we're family. In the words of Yondu.
He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
Remember that. Remember that, friend. I'm really accepted in the Mexican community because I'm not fluent in Spanish. That happens a lot. My significant other is mixed, and her mom, who is half Spanish, half Mexican. Wow, half Mexican, who is from California, a first generation, if I remember. And she doesn't know Spanish. Her mom doesn't know Spanish. Her great-grandma doesn't know Spanish because it was a choice from a family member because they lived in California. And, yeah, they would probably see my significant other as not Spanish or Mexican. But I digress, friend. Same way with the black community. Like, I feel like they don't accept me because I look too Mexican sometimes. Or they call me a half-breed. Yes. Listen to me and listen well, friend. I got called white boy so much. I took it personally. And I mean every word. I started listening to Slipknot. I played WWE. I wanted to dye my hair. I learned how to talk with a proper enunciation because why would I want to talk? Why wouldn't I? Why would I want to stick with these people? Because some people in the black community just suck and like being racist, no matter what they say. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Same with the Mexican community. Every community has subtle racism because it's the bad seeds. You got it. Like MF, what do you want me to do about that? I think the only communities of those races that accept me are my friends that I've met since middle school and high school. Like me and both races of my friends say slurs and shit. As we are those races. I fuck around with my friends who are both or either race, and we joke about shit, and it's cool. And I feel crazy for even bringing this up or talking about it because anytime I do, I feel I'm gonna get called racist even though I'm that race. You're not racist. Fuck them. You're not racist for saying nigga. You're not racist for making any other slur jokes. Because you are that race. It's kind of that simple. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's like calling me racist because I can say the N-word or the B-word. I'm both racist. It makes no sense. Like, I get it. I don't look the part, but like I'm pretty brown. Not dark skin, but I'm brown. A lot of people are brown and a lot of people are black. It's kind of funny. And like, just because I'm not dark skinned doesn't mean I have it better or that I'm not black. It just means I'm mixed with something else. No need to exclude me from the community in general. Like, bro, I mostly code switch because of how some people are to mix people. Yes. Trust me. Grew up around gangs. It's not easy. It's not easy in the slightest. See, yeah. Homie in 8th grade year. Yeah, you look like all my friends that were on the soccer team. In a not racist way it's sounding. But you look like a lot of the kids that went to Compers with me. My dude. Freshman year of high school, you look like Garnet. You look cool as hell. Look like you could play a mean bass line, not gonna lie. Or a sick ass drum solo. You can clearly tell I'm mixed, but I might just grow my hair out and take care of my curls again. Because I'm getting really tired of people either not believing me or just me having no place to go with race. Like if it's not my best friend or her family, I basically have no black friends to hang out with in real life. I relate to you 100% on that. I sometimes get made fun of or stared at because I don't speak fluent Spanish, even though it's my first language. So it's like, where am I supposed to go, you know? Does anyone have tips or ways to not feel like this? Or do I just need to branch out and find the right people? And look, it's locked. They locked it because they have specific days come up every Thursday and an identity thread that's up every Wednesday. Please feel free to respond. Okay, well, but besides that, I think you're pretty cool. Those people suck. Don't stick around them. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Be mixed. Take care of your curls. You should. I like it. I like the hair. I don't know if you can tell. I've been taking care of my own hair ever since my grandma showed me how to do it. It's kind of cool. And also not to forget the fact that it's kind of a heritage thing. Because our ancestors have been doing it for, I don't know, since the dawn of time. It's the reason why our hair is so curly. You got it. Don't worry. You got it. Alright, I found the next one. So, even though some of this I have to do a little bit of scrounging because some of the posts on this Reddit are kind of more helpful in resource navigating for people of mixed race and or having a hard time finding their race and trying to come to understand the terms with it in this day and age of being mixed race and figuring out and finding out all the shit that's happened in the past. It's kind of crazy. Speaking of, just like this Reddit post, I feel like holding on to 25% is such a rude and ignorant thing to say to someone, but it's all over social media. It's not. That's half of your parent, which is half of you. I'm not even going to have to read more, but I'm going to say it now. You are Asian. I read a little bit, but you're Asian and white. Simple. If my grandma is a race, say my grandma is Lithuanian, and she shacks up with a black man, then my dad would be Lithuanian and black, and then he shacks up with a nice Puerto Rican woman. So that would make me Lithuanian, 33% Lithuanian, 33% black, and 33% Puerto Rican. 25% is valid. Numbers are numbers. Genetics don't lie. Asian person, trying my best to navigate my identity and place in this world in 2023. My own perception of my identity has changed and evolved a lot as I've learned more about white supremacy and how I benefit from it as a white presenting person. You must be younger. I don't consider myself POC because most of the time people don't clock me as being anything other than white. So what? You know what you are, and you are what you are. That's it. I don't consider myself... I keep rereading things. So I don't want to claim to be oppressed in ways that don't apply to me. Still, I have felt more connected to the Japanese aspect of my identity as I have spent more time with my Japanese mother and grandmother and have learned Sis? What are you talking about? You just said you have a Japanese mother and grandmother, and you enjoy the stories and wisdoms you've learned. You are a Japanese. What the fuck, dude? You're Japanese. You don't. No one has to know. Nobody has to know. You are what you are. You know what you are. You shouldn't have some other stupid kids. Not even, I shouldn't say other, it's a bit mean. You shouldn't have some dumb kids or very stupid and mean adults online tell you what you are when you know and see what you are every day. Just because someone online tells you just because you're not presentable or passing doesn't mean you aren't the race. I have a lot of brothers and sisters who are mixed race, and most of us are friends because we are mixed race and we didn't have anywhere else to look for friends. You know, birds of a feather flock together, so it's only a matter of time till you find the people that actually give a crap about you, you know. But back to the story. I've been trying not to crave validation and sense of self based on what people say online. But I doubt myself and get imposter syndrome when I see that many people consider people with my same mix to be white people, clinging on to 25% to feel special or to try to invade biracial or POC space. Don't listen to the loud, angry, brightly colored white goblins or the loud, angry black goblins that are on TikTok that live on there just to cause and tell other people how to live their life. You know, you literally talk to your grandmother who is Japanese. She's told you stories. So she's probably been or lived in Japan. My grandmother lived during some years of Jim Crow. I know things. I've heard stories. Emmett Till's from Chicago. That's really close to me. So it's like, I don't understand. Just delete TikTok. Step 1. Just delete TikTok. Delete TikTok. Just let it go. You'll be okay. Just delete it. Just delete it, you know? And you are a POC. Person of color doesn't have numbers. A person is a person. Numbers are numbers. It makes me feel so bad and start to wonder if maybe they're right. No. But I get such whiplash when I go right back to engaging with and being part of a mixed Asian family who overall experience have differed greatly from those of the 100% European neighbors living next door. Next door to me. My grandma grew up in a community of Asian immigrants living in Hawaii. Dude. Do you know how hard it was for people of Japanese descent to be in Hawaii around the 50s and 60s? Sorry, 40s and 50s? Not good. Not easy. You know, there's the whole Red Scare too when it came to Russian people. Not good. You know, it's not good to be xenophobic. My mom's siblings have told me stories about the racism they experienced growing up. I won't say it again. And it's pretty obvious to tell that my conservative-leaning white grandfather had contributed to a lot of familial and generational trauma that still affects my mother and her siblings, and probably my grandma to this day. Cut off your grandfather. If he's still alive, don't talk to him. Simple. Don't let a conservative racist ruin your life. If he needs to be put in a nursing home, you're too busy to take care of him. It sucks. You got college coming up. Ugh, it's a big project at work and you're busy. That sucks. You know? Sometimes some people just need to rot. I do kind of understand where the sentiment on Twitter and TikTok come from. Stop. No. Those two apps, delete them. Delete them. Delete them. Delete them. How many I'm going to scream this till the day I die. Delete both of those apps. They're causing you to have brain rot. That's it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You're going to be here for another 6 years of me telling you to delete TikTok. It's funny to laugh at and poke at, but don't get your life advice off of there. Don't trust most people, and don't let people how to tell you how to exist in the fact that your grandmother lived through racism, and your mother and her siblings lived through racism because they were from Hawaii in the 40s and 50s. What? Dude, imagine if you told any of those kids on TikTok that. They'd be like, no, you're actually lying. You're just making that up because you want free clout on TikTok. And then guess what? They wouldn't believe you. Either way. You can tell it to them. You can drill it in their ears. And send them home with this note stapled to their forehead. They'll never listen. Trust me. It never will work. I've seen a lot of accounts belonging to white presenting or low percentage mixed people. Again with the low presenting and white presenting. Too many TikTok phrases here. You're very far in the deep end here, bud. As though their life experiences are directly comparable to the existence of non-white presenting people. And I personally think it's irresponsible to deny privilege where it exists, but I also feel like it's kind of overstepping to accuse people like this of being culture vultures or appropriators. No, it's not that hard. It's really easy to say it because it's kind of blatant. You've been in America for a long time, you know. You know what Halloween's been looking like pre-2016. Yeah, sometimes we like to not think about it, but it comes back. It's still there. It's still there, no matter what you think. Consensus online that you need to look Asian and experience anti-Asian racism to be granted any access to the Asian identity in general. No, you don't. Because, people could be racist even if they can know your race and still be racist to you, even though you don't look like it. I can easily stop and change my pronunciation on the phone, and so that you think I would sound like this, but when you get in person, I can still talk like this. But at the same time, I am almost 6'6" and 200 and something pounds. Some people still get scared of black people. It's kind of funny. I go to jobs, and some people still cross the street or lock their door when I'm walking to my car, or look at me and my wife while we're walking in Walmart, because it's funny. People don't like people, and I laugh at those people because they're sad. Which is kind of wild to me because while racial categorization is based on phenotype, there is also more to belonging to a certain heritage than just race, in my opinion. Yes, because you know all of your heritage. So that means you are Japanese. It still rests my case. I still have an Asian mom and a mixed Asian family. Stories and culture, and I still have been fetishized and put down for being part Asian. See? I just wish this was a conversation with more nuance. It is once you get off of TikTok and Twitter. I wish I could responsibly identify with and take part in Asian culture and communities without overstepping. Dude, if this is real, you're Japanese. Shut up. Identify and take part in Asian culture and communities without overstepping. Claiming oppression that isn't mine, or denying my privilege in such a way that I wouldn't get gatekept or made fun of by monoracial or people with higher percentage. The f*** is my... Oh, okay, I get it. So, that's what it means when it's a person of just one race. Wow. All right. Well, the more you know. I'm learning and growing every day. I guess this one isn't locked, so I can actually read comments. From RHawk87, there is also more to belonging to a certain heritage than just race, in my opinion. Completely agree. I'd have to reply. Wow. Oof. Completely agree. Your monoracial grandma is part of your life. Oh, yeah. See, look. Your grandma is 100% Japanese. My guy. You are Japanese. It's your Japanese heritage. It's not something you have direct connection. Some people don't have that blessing. It's like you're not clinging to a part of any like percentage. You are Japanese, my friend. There's nothing, no ifs, ands, or buts. But it's funny how this doesn't seem to apply in reverse. Like my grandma was Indonesian and maybe 10 to 15% German. Ended up in Indonesia with the Dutch. Her parents, grandparents, etc. all the way back in the 1700s were all born in Indonesia. But then people turn around and tell me that my being less than 25% Indonesian is nothing and pushing it just because my grandma was also distant. Yeah, well, still, okay, that's besides the point. It's just more people actually just talking about it. But the point is, you shouldn't have to be dealing with people telling you what you aren't, because you are what you know you are. You are your heritage. You are yourself in being and in nature. You got it? So don't worry. This is only one little hiccup, because once you get past this, trust me, it gets a lot more fun actually just embracing both races. Trust me. As someone who likes, I personally, as a spiteful creature, and everything that my dad called white people, I like coconut, mint chocolate chip ice cream, cookie dough ice cream, snowboarding, metal. Even though it's metal isn't just for white people, but you know, the list goes on and on. Hell, even what I'm doing right now, he would consider white people crazy, right? Made it. Thanks for watching the whole video. Seriously, it means a lot to me. I'm working on it. I've been doing my best, and the fact that you made it to the end every time, if not even just this one time, thank you. It took me a lot. My first time like really sitting down and looking at myself, because for the longest time I hated looking at myself. So it's like a real big step of semi-confidence slash just learning how to be an adult. But it's just one of the many things that you just gotta learn with coming with life. So, hey, if you don't mind, I'd appreciate a like. One is fine. You don't have to share if you don't want to. Share if you could. No, share it. You don't have to share. You don't have to share. Come back if you want. Leave a comment. I'll comment back, because somebody's got to talk to somebody in the void. It's not just me. I know it's not.